we are going to ask you to describe certain things in the game in 3 words.
Oh boy.
The story.
The story, emotional, deep, powerful.
هاي يا جماعة عاملين ايه؟ احنا النهارده هنعمل انترفيو مع أشرف اسماعيل جيم دايركتور للعبة Assassin's Creed Origins. احنا النهارده في سبيشال ايفنت بنجرب اللعبة، بنعمل لها هاندز اون لمدة 4 ساعات، وهتلاقوا تحت في الديسكربشن لينكس تغطيتنا اللي فاتت وحتى الانترفيو اللي قبل كده مع أشرف اسماعيل. So first of all, we're gonna ask a very popular question that everybody is always wondering.
Okay.
What is your origin?
My origin, my background. My family is from Iraq, so I'm Iraqi. But I grew up in Canada. We've lived in Canada our whole lives. So my parents had moved there when we were very, very young. I've actually never been to the Middle East.
In the 4 hours that I've tried the gameplay, I've seriously seen that effort in the side quests in the game, and that's what I wanted to ask you about, because I want this interview to be telling the people why is this game special and different, because it's very different than the series.
Yeah.
So first of all, the RPG elements that are new, are there going to be other new stuff, like is multiplayer or any new additions going to happen or is it going to stay story mode for a while?
So when we started this game, it was 4 years ago, our big intention was to reinvent the experience of Assassin's Creed. And this meant a lot of new stuff, a lot of new concepts. So, the quest structure is very different than what we've ever done in the past. The combat system, the RPG element, even stealth, everything is very different. Even the way we build the world is very different than what we used to. So there's a lot of new stuff. And we started that. We wanted to do it right, and we knew we needed the time to do all of that. This stuff takes time. So we really focused on a single player experience because we didn't feel that if we took on more than that we would deliver something of the quality that it needed to be at with the time we had.
But on the other hand, the update that you told us about today, which is discovery mode, so that's something, that's an element that's coming which is very different and unique.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
So can you tell us more about discovery mode?
Yeah, so it's called the Discovery Tour. The Discovery Tour by Assassin's Creed. This was a way for us to take all the research that we've done, all the effort we do to try to bring these worlds to life. We always feel like we could do more with it. And we got a lot of testimonies that teachers, professors somehow try to use Assassin's Creed to inspire their students. Of course, there is the combat element that, that this is something that they kind of want to stay away from. So we took these two ideas of all this research we have this really beautiful big open world, and so we thought, why not without combat. So we thought, why not propose a mode of the game which is much more educational, which is almost like a living encyclopedia where people can do tours taking advantage of the navigation of the game, all the animations, the crowd life stuff.
So it's simply like a 3D world of ancient Egypt, and you can go through tours.
Exactly, and we fill the world with dozens of tours. We turn off the quests and the stories and the combat.
Okay.
So we remove that stuff so that it's much more open to a different audience, a younger audience, or an audience that's not into the combat element of the game. But we showcase the world of Egypt, and it's been curated, and it's educational. These tours have been curated by historians, by Egyptologists, to make sure that the information was authentic. There's a lot of extra content in there in terms of imagery, documentation. That's really there for people to learn more about Egypt. And what an amazing thing to do in video games.
It's incredible. Like when we saw a snippet of it and how you can actually navigate through this information, it's just great, and it's so educational because Assassin's Creed is always known for its historical facts and how it can you can learn from the game. Absolutely. But speaking of newcomers and young people, is this Origins, the new Assassin's Creed, does it need any information from the old games, or can newcomers just simply jump into the series from Origins, since it's basically the beginning of all?
Exactly. That was one of our goals, was to actually allow a space for new players to come. Even people who had seen the movie, who might be interested in the series, they don't need to know the lore of the universe. This is really a very personal story about a husband and wife
creating something
that creating something, and that it's a very personal story that becomes something bigger than them. Now, for sure, for fans, there's a lot of homage and anecdotes for what they've known in the series. So we do talk about stuff that they know, and there's a lot of lore, but it's really allowing us to do a game where newcomers can come. You know, the game is different, the combat's different, the way the world is structured and the way you experience it is different. We wanted a game that both for fans and newcomers, that it could be a very comfortable space to jump in.
Lastly, the great and the big decision from switching an action-adventure game to an RPG adventure game. How did that? How hard was it to switch the genre and make it a quest, open world sort of game?
I would say.
And why was the reason?
So the reason. The why is we really felt that AC was needing to trend into this direction. We want to modernize AC, to bring something really fresh and new to it. We want even people who have been playing the game for a while to be surprised by the game, to expect something different, not just in terms of the setting or the location or the story, but also in the details, in the micro moments of playing the game. So we wanted that, and we felt that the RPG mechanism actually enhanced a lot of the things we saw in the way people play Assassin's Creed. So as an example, in Black Flag, we saw that people played the game in two ways. Either they were stealthy assassins or warriors, and it was 50-50. And we thought to ourselves that one is not better than the other.
So why not?
Why not fully support it and go deeper and allow players to really say, you want to be stealthy? Okay, no problem. Dedicate yourself to it. Craft towards that. Abilities.
And gears and all
exactly. Same, or it's a warrior style, or because we've added bows, a ranger play style.
Exactly.
So we felt that the RPG mechanism allows us to give players more in the way they like to play. A lot more rewards. It gives us a way to put a lot of really cool loot in the world. There's a lot of
undiscoverable places and everything.
Exactly.
The RPG elements gave so much soul to the game.
Oh, absolutely! I'm glad you're saying that.
Yeah. After 4 hours of gameplay, and of course
Amazing.
experiencing it at Gamescom and E3, like it's definitely a great thing. All right, so last thing we're gonna do is that we are gonna ask you to describe certain things in the game in 3 words.
Oh boy!
So Assassin's Creed Origins.
I talk a lot, huh? Assassin's Creed Origins.
As a total experience.
Okay. Fresh. Authentic. Reinvented.
Good choice of words. Okay, the story.
The story, emotional, deep, powerful.
And the combat system.
Oh, combat. Dynamic, versatile, challenging.
Excellent choice of words. Ashraf, Ismail, everybody. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And,
thank you for having me.
We loved our experience today. And thank you so much for every part of effort that was put in the game. It's definitely beautiful, and as Egyptians we are satisfied and super happy and thankful.
Thank you very much. That means a lot to me. It really does.
All right, see you later. Bye.
Thank you.